Hello again. Welcome to another You Bijou this morning. Well, it's morning for me. Whenever you're doing this, we're going to do one of my all-time favorite tangles called Huggins. And we're going to start with quote-unquote regular Huggins, and then we're going to go wild with it. So we're going to skip the borders today, and I may or may not shade it. We'll see. But we are going to use our pen, and we're going to draw, much like Cadent, we're just going to draw 4 circles. Think of them in a row. So like make them kind of like a rectangle or a square, like that. And we're just going to do this one regular, and then the rest we're going to go a little wild with. So Huggins starts where you retrace that circle. So you take off and then you land on the other side. And then this came in like this. So this one's going to go in the other way. So like they're almost like a telephone, like they're going to meet each other in the middle. Like that. So on the inside of both of those, then I'm going to turn my tile. I'm going to retrace on the outside, take off and land. Same thing here. You don't have to go all the way down if you don't want to, but sometimes I find that's nice. It makes it a little more bold. Take off and land. So that is a regular Huggins, and we'll do some things on the inside here just for fun. To kind of go wild with it, they call it crazy Huggins. Maybe I put a bigger circle over here, and maybe I put a tiny circle over here. And the key to Huggins is to always remember you're coming from this nook. So I'm not coming from this outside because there's not a nook there. So from this, I'm going to create that telephone, right? Again, nook, there's no nook over here for me to go into. So I'm going to come into the nook and come out. And then I turn my tile. There's the nook, go around, and come back in. So you can see it just creates a different shape. So maybe here I make this one small and closer together, and then maybe I make this one bigger. You could do all your circles the same. It's up to you. It's more about them not necessarily being in a row. So again, I'm starting at the nook, coming down and around. Same thing when we go to the outside here. Like I can't go to the inside because I would have to cross lines. So I start in that nook, I come around. So now I already have 3 here, so maybe I make one like this. A smaller circle, start in the nook, come around, start in the nook, come around. Maybe I draw one here like this, and maybe this one's going to go off the page. So I start in that nook and come around, and this one's going to go off the page. We're going to go like this, and then this is going to start in the nook and come off. So I'm going to make this Huggins go off the page all over the place. So this one, maybe I will do this. Start in the nook and come around, and then on the outside, so then these would just come off the page, right? Come down the middle. And then this one would come off the page. This one would come off the page. That's good. So I'm just sort of filling in on the outside. This is where it might get tricky if you're not really used to this tangle, but there's not really, as long as you're coming from those nooks, there's not really a wrong way to do it. So I'm gonna put a orb there, come around, then this one's gonna come off the page. That's gonna be like a big loop there. Start in the nook, come down. And then maybe this one's also gonna go off the page. It's gonna be like a long skinny one, because that connects there. And then we have maybe one here, or that's off the page there. So it's gonna go like this. And then we're gonna connect it here. It's gonna be tricky because I'm right on the edge and that pen wants to slip off. And like that. So we have all of our Huggins on this page. Now, you can leave it like that. You don't have to do anything else with it. I like to play with this tangle. You can put other tangles inside. I'm just going to show you my favorite way to like embellish this one. I aura on the inside lines. So the ones that make me think like they're going inward to touch each other, not the ones that are going outward. So if I look at this, I just keep turning my tile and I keep auraing these. So there would be an aura here. The ones that, basically the ones that come in and touch each other. So when they go off the page, it can get tricky. So this is a high focus, but I'm always looking for the ones that are coming in toward each other. And it's easy to miss them. I find I kind of just go through and get all the ones I see, and then I hold my tile out and I come back around. And again, this might be a tangle where you play with it and really get used to drawing it before you embellish in this way. Totally up to you. And if you add an extra line, you add an extra line. It's okay. I like the crazy Huggins because I like how different it looks. The shapes, I like how fun the shapes get. And you can see how it looks different. Like they really stand out when they're not, aura'd yet. They're just aura-ing. I think I just see one more. I think this is the only one I have left. So that's it. Once again, you can stop here, or I'm just going to do it on one or two of them to show you another thing I like to do to embellish. I like to take like a triangle, kind of come to that middle point. I don't have them touch. Instead, what I do is I draw a little dot in the middle. I find this to be a fun look. So maybe I'll just do a couple more. I'll show you one off the page so you can kind of see how that feels. I just sort of look where the points are and put the dot in the middle. So maybe I'll do this one over here as well. Come to the middle-ish. Like that. So you could do the whole entire thing like that, or you can just leave some of them. You could do print top in here. You could do any tangle that calls to you. Shattuck is another one that people sometimes put in Huggins, but really any tangle works in these spaces. I just really like this one because it doesn't matter how narrow they are, and I just think it looks pretty cool. So I am going to turn my tile, and I'm going to put my chop over here. And I'm actually it's gonna look a little sideways, but I kind of like the idea of it just becoming part of that Huggins there. So that is the tile. I didn't write Huggins, Huggins. And then we also did it crazy style. And then we have for 1125, your initials or your signature, YOU Bijou. I hope you enjoyed Huggins with me. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. Bye.